Welcome into CU Sports Jeopardy. Adam Munsterteiger, the publisher of befce.com. This is our first show, so there might be a few kinks here. I've never played the role of game show host before, but my test guinea pigs here are Patrick Ghidossi, who, of course, was a staff writer on Buff Stampede for a long time, and everybody enjoyed his work to help me out a lot on game days, and we still managed to get out there to golf every once in a while. Patrick, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Just missing sports, living, enjoying this weather, and then I got my 96 Coy Detmer jersey today. So
that's
hopefully
awesome.
It'll bring me luck. I don't know.
That's awesome. Of course, William Gardner, everybody on befce.com knows you. William, you've helped with podcasts, film rooms. We've gone out to high school games. We've seemingly done it all on the site together for quite a few years. How are you hanging in there?
I'm doing well. They got me going into work every day, so it doesn't feel super different to me. The wife's a nurse, and so that's a little scary, but we're doing well, doing fine. Just jonesing for some football. We'd be talking about the spring game at this point if things had gone the way they're supposed to.
What jersey are you wearing over there?
So I got this is the 1986 Freedom Bowl jersey, and got the rocking the blue stripes there. This is the actual one that I wore.
That's awesome.
And
good.
It's kind of tight. I don't know what happened. It's tight down around the belly area.
I am wearing the Dave Chappelle Prince shirt here. So it's a little bit of classy, a little bit not so much, but this is what we're rolling with today.
And I put on the coaching sideline hat that I always wear when we go out looking at people. So, people might remember that.
That's awesome. So, CU Sports Jeopardy, we don't have buzzers, so you guys are going to alternate. We'll do a coin toss to determine who goes first. Pretty standard Jeopardy from there. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Obviously, if you answer and you're wrong, you're going to lose points. If you answer and you get right, obviously, you're going to gain points. If you don't want to answer, just say pass. The other person has the same opportunity. They can answer it, or they could decide not to. And if you pass, the other person's still going to go first, if that makes sense. So there's a little bit of strategy involved in this as a result of that. There's a daily double out there on the board. So one of these questions will have double the points, and then we'll get into Final Jeopardy. Guys are stand-up gentlemen. I know you're not going to be Googling the answers to these questions. And frankly, I wasn't quite sure how difficult to make these questions. I kind of erred on the side of it being easier. Now, obviously, when you get up to the 400s and 500s, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So I'm anxious to see how well you guys do. Where's your confidence level going into this?
Man, he might get me on recruiting. Do not feel confident about the recruiting knowledge.
Yeah, I want to go with the historical moments, but then you might even go before my time too. So I don't know.
No, I think you'll be okay there. So, all right. So before we get over into the Jeopardy screen, William, I'm going to let you call heads or tails.
Heads.
Heads, okay. Cepho Lufa would be disappointed in you right now.
Or you could just give it to the old guy.
That should have been a question, Adam.
Heads or tails? Series says it's heads. So, William, you will go first.
All right.
All right, we're in there. Can you guys see the board?
Yes.
Yep.
You can't see it too well, but this little logo up here, my daughter drew that. That's our CU Sports Jeopardy, and she's already made another logo for the next show. She's so excited about it. So it's been at home schooling with some artwork here.
Awesome.
So you see the categories there, William. What's the strategy? Where are we going first?
All right, Alex. Let's go with historical moments for 100.
For 100, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can you guys see the question in there?
Yeah.
Where'd it go? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to read it out though, because we're going to have an audio component with this as well. Who did the Buffaloes beat in the 2001 Big 12 Conference Championship game?
I believe that would be Texas.
And I believe you are right. So you see there, William, you got the 100 points there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you can kind of keep track of where you're at here. Patrick,
I have to put myself in.
What's the strategy here?
Man, I might go with my My wheelhouse. I'll take the Rise for 100.
The Rise for 100. This 6'5" outside linebacker led the Buffaloes with 10.5 sacks in 2016, the seventh most sacks in a single season in program history.
Oof. Outside backer. That would be Jimmie Gilbert.
That would be correct. Jimmie Gilbert. All right. William, you're up next.
All right. Let's try out Cruton for 100.
Cruton for 100, coming your way. This 2020 prospect from Cleveland initially asked for a release from his letter of intent when Mel Tucker left for Michigan State, but he has since recommitted to Karl Dorrell and his new staff.
That would be William Anglin.
That would be correct. All right, we're off to a great
Us
start
Williams
here.
got to stick together.
Back to you, Patrick.
I'll take Ralphie for 100.
Ralphie for 100. What is the name of the team that helps take care of Ralphie, trains her, and is there to guide her during her game day runs?
Would this be the Ralphie Handlers?
It sure would be. All right. Both 2 for 2 here. Back to you, William.
All right. Let's go with historical moments for 200.
Historical moments for 200. We're up in the ante here, folks. Who replaced Darian Hagan at quarterback in the 1991 Orange Bowl against Notre Dame, a game that lifted the Buffs to their first national championship?
Well, I hope I don't have to get the middle initial, but it's Charles Johnson.
It is Charles S. Johnson, and that should be, I think that's good enough right there, Patrick. We'll give it to him.
Counts. Oh, yeah. There's only one CJ.
Seeing as how I was there.
All right, back to you, Patrick.
Let's see Rise for 200.
The Rise for 200. CU beat this team on the road by a final score of 10-5 to win its sixth game in 2016.
Who is Stanford?
Again. See, I needed to make these questions a little harder, but it'll get there. It'll get there.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
All right, William.
Let's go with Cruton for 200.
Back into Cruton. This 6'1", 185-pound receiver from Cherry Creek committed to the Buffs in January.
Who is Chase Penry?
Got it.
I almost couldn't think of his first name.
All right, back to you, Patrick.
Let's try historical moments for 300.
The first 300. Let's see.
Let's see it.
Oh my goodness! The Daily Double.
Nice.
So this is now worth 600. Who scored CU's first touchdown during their 62-36 win over Nebraska in 2001?
This one I am not 100% on.
Oh, boy.
So where the strategy comes in. Do you take a chance, risk 600, or
I
do you
know.
pass and potentially let William steal? Decision.
Man, I have a pretty good idea, though. I'm going to risk it.
All right. This is a big moment in our first ever CU Sports
Actually, a big
Jeopardy right
moment.
here.
This is make or break, I think. Man, who is Daniel Graham?
It's not.
Oh, man.
Bobby Purify.
It was okay.
Oh wait, you don't. Okay.
Only if he passed, then you would have an opportunity.
Okay.
Because
Well,
I
was gonna say
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say Bobby anyway.
I knew it wasn't Chris Brown, and dang.
I thought it was.
All right, William, back to you. Patrick's got a little work to do here.
Dug a hole.
Those are hard. Well, let's see what Karl Dorrell is about. Karl Dorrell for 100.
Okay. Karl Dorrell was named the assistant head coach of this NFL team before being hired by CU earlier this year.
Who are the Miami Dolphins?
That's correct. Back to you, Patrick.
All right, let's go back to the Rise for 300.
The Rise. Which Pac-12 program finished second behind CU in the Pac-12 South Division in 2016?
Who is USC?
That's correct. And Patrick is back to positive
Yes.
money here.
Step. Small steps.
Am I picking? Am I back? Let's see. Let's go historical moments for 400.
Who was CU's first winner of the Thorpe Award? And remember, you don't have to answer if you want to pass. Just a reminder there.
Right. Who is Dion Figures?
William is on a roll, folks, up to 1,100.
Nice.
Back to you, Patrick.
Let's go Rise for 400.
This is a big one. You need it.
I do.
The Buffaloes were ranked as highly as number 9 in the AP poll in 2016. What was their final AP ranking after the Alamo Bowl? It's getting a little tougher here.
Yeah, this is tricky. I want to say, okay, what?
Now, again, you can pass if you would like.
Yeah, maybe I should pass to avoid further damage. Yeah, I'll pass.
William, do you want to take a crack at this? This is for 400. You're going to pass on this one as well. Okay. No damage done here. They finished number 17 after that Alamo Bowl.
I was going to say 16.
I was going to say 21.
All right, William, back to you.
All right. Let's go Ralphie for 200.
Ralphie for 200. This American media proprietor, producer, and philanthropist donated Ralphie V from his ranch in New Mexico to CU.
I'm going to have to pass on that one.
Who is Ted Turner?
Patrick. All right, there you go.
Whoa, nice.
$200 into your bank account.
All right.
All right, back in Patrick. You get to go again here.
I have light here.
Yeah.
Let's say Conference of Champions for 100.
Conference of Champions for 100. What is the name of the Arizona State Sun Devils mascot?
Who is Sparky?
Correct. All right, back to you, William.
All right, let's go historical moments for 500.
This is a big moment, another pivotal moment here in our first CU Sports Jeopardy. For 25 years after the miracle at Michigan, it was believed that this CU player tipped the pass before Michael Westbrook's historic catch.
Who was Blake Anderson?
That is correct. A big one there. And the reason it's worded kind of wonky there is that recently there's Michigan defensive backs that claim that they were the ones that tip it. And if you look really close, it doesn't look like it hit Blake Anderson. So, but for 25 years at least, he was part of that play. And I think, it's not 100%, but.
I thought that was going to be a trick question and I was going to get caught.
All right, Patrick.
All right, let's do the Rise for 500.
The Rise for 500. Who was CU's cornerbacks coach in 2016?
Oh, man. I can't think of the name. I'm gonna have to pass.
William, are you gonna answer this, or are you gonna pass as well?
I can't come up with the first name. I know the last name. I'm gonna have to pass on it too.
All right. It's Charles Clark.
Yeah.
I knew it.
He left for Ole Miss shortly thereafter.
It's not a very unique name, It's hard to pull that one out of the hat.
I knew it was a Clark. Let's go with Karl Dorrell for 200.
At what college did Karl Dorrell play receiver before beginning his coaching career?
What is UCLA?
That is correct. All right, back to you, Patrick.
Do Conference of Champions for 200.
These two colleges faced off in the last Pac-12 men's basketball tournament game this March before the coronavirus pandemic forced the cancellation of the tournament. I think you got this one.
Yeah, that would be CU and Washington State.
That's correct. Patrick is up to 600.
All right. Let's go Cruton for 300.
This CU assistant ranked 14th among all Pac-12 coaches in recruiting, according to 24/7 Sports' last recruiting cycle, so the 2020 signing class.
Okay. Oh, for God's sakes. Senior moment. Who is Darren Cheverini?
It's actually Brian Michalowski.
Oh, man.
Chev, I want to say finished 9th. He was in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so a little bit of life here for Patrick.
Huh. Let's go Ralphie for 300.
Ralphie for 300. How many Ralphies have there been so far prior to the addition of the newest Ralphie that is expected to run in 2020 and going forward? So not the Ralphie that's taking over now, but how many were there previously?
There have been 5 Ralphies.
There sure have.
5 Ralphies.
Up to 900.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get my power cord.
Okay.
Hold on. Talking about
Time out.
All right, William, where are we headed here on the board?
well, let's go Karl Dorrell for 300.
Karl Dorrell for 300. Karl Dorrell and his wife, Kim, reside in what Boulder County suburb?
I'm going to pass on that one.
Patrick, do you want to take a chance with this one?
I have 2 guesses, but I don't know if I want to take the chance.
I'm
going to pass. I'm not going to risk it.
All right. It is Lafayette.
Oh, man, I was going to say that.
I was
All right.
not, so I'm glad I passed.
Back to you, Patrick.
Conference of Champions for 300.
This Pac-12 college campus is located 40 miles away from Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco.
What is Stanford?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cal-
man.
Cal's a little closer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that took a second.
All right, William.
Let's go Cruton for 400.
This highly regarded linebacker signee from the 2008 class suffered a torn ACL early during his college career, but he still managed to record 225 tackles during his career with the Buffs.
Who is John Major?
That is correct.
Nice.
I got to coach against him in high school, so that one was,
Yeah, don't forget that.
yeah.
All right, Patrick.
All right. Do Ralphie for 400.
Ralphie V's nickname was?
Blackout.
That's correct.
Nice.
1900 to 1600. We got a game again here, folks.
Oh, man. Let's go Cruton for 500.
Based on the 24/7 Sports composite team recruiting rankings, this is where the Buffaloes finished nationally with 2020 recruiting.
What is 36?
Wow,
Nice.
he
Good
got
job.
it.
Yep.
All right, Patrick.
I actually studied for that one too.
Did you?
Yeah. I'll take Ralphie for 500.
In this year, a contest in the Silver and Gold newspaper determined the school's mascot to be the Buffaloes.
I want to guess this, but the point loss might do me in. I'm gonna have to pass. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to pass on that too.
All right. That was a tougher one. 1934.
Oh, boy.
I had the 30s in mind, but couldn't have told you which year.
Okay. Let's go Karl Dorrell for 400.
Karl Dorrell was named the Pac-10 Coach of the Year after leading the Bruins to 10 wins, including a Sun Bowl victory this year. What year was that?
I'm going to have to pass.
You want to take a stab at that, Patrick?
Was it 2006? Oh,
Close.
goddamn. Yeah, I had to take a chance.
Right. It was only one of possible of 6. So
Still not out of it mathematically. We've got Final Jeopardy coming as well.
That's true. Okay, I'll do Conference of Champions for 400.
Who's the only original Pac-12 member with 0 Rose Bowl appearance victories? Again, original member, so obviously that doesn't include Colorado and Utah.
Okay, so
just
Pac-10
appearances.
member, basically.
What's that?
Pac-10 member, basically.
You could go with that, and you'd be just fine.
Okay, cool. 0 appearances. I think that's got to be Arizona, right?
He got it. That's a big one. It's a big one. Also, the only Pac-12 team that didn't have a player drafted in the 2020 NFL draft.
Nice. Did not know that.
Well, let's go Karl Dorrell for 500.
What is the first name of Karl Dorrell's son, who is CU's new Assistant Director of Player Personnel?
Oh, man.
You'll be
I'm gonna
able to
have to
easily
pass.
answer this in a year, but right now it's,
Right.
You're going to pass? Okay, Patrick, do you want to
Yes.
take a stab here?
I don't know it. I'm going to have to pass.
All right. It is Chandler Dorrell.
All right.
All right, Patrick, this is a big one.
For 500.
No school has left the conference since its founding as the AAWU in 1959. These 2 members of the Pacific Coast Conference were not invited to join the AAWU, however. Name one of those 2 schools. So before it was the Pac-10, it was the AAWU, and that was when the conference really came together. What's one of the 2 schools from the previous conference that didn't really start the Pac-10?
This one I think I know. Who is Idaho?
That's one of them.
Yeah.
The other is Montana.
Yeah.
All right.
That really sticks with me. I don't know.
That's awesome. So, all right. So we're into the Final Jeopardy here, and you guys, Patrick, you have 2,100. A nice little comeback there. That was impressive. William, pretty steady throughout. 2,400. Both ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. I would say maybe at the count, I'm going to count down from 3. When I get to 1, you can throw up whatever you had written down. 3, 2, 1.
Risking it all.
You're risking it all? Okay, so 2,100, Patrick?
Yeah.
And it's hard to see on the screen. What do you have there,
It's
William?
1,900.
1,900. All right. So we're into it. You're going to hear the Final Jeopardy theme music here. And again, you now have that piece of paper by you, and you can write down the answer.
Thumbs up, Adam.
Yeah, we got seven more seconds to enjoy this music.
I don't hear it.
You don't?
I don't either, actually.
All
Okay.
right. Do you guys both have your answers down?
Yeah.
All right. Again, a count of 3. Put up your sheet. 3, 2, 1. All right. The answer if you're ready for it. Okay, I've got to put, okay. All right. All right, here's the reveal. Fred Folsom is the answer.
Oh. Ha.
And the winner is
Oh, no.
Team
Good
Patrick
game, Bill.
Ghidossi.
All right, nice job.
GG.
I'm glad it was a really competitive match here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was up and down for sure.
came down to Fred Folsom, and I said Dal Ward.
All right, guys, that was a lot of fun. Were the questions too easy or too hard or perfect? Because I kind of need to know going forward what the level of difficulty is that I should have with this.
I thought it was pretty good. Like the low number ones were easy, like they should be, and then the higher number ones were pretty tough.
Awesome. What do you think, Patrick?
I thought it was good. I thought I would know, more of the rise. They were definitely challenging for sure.
Yeah.
I think it was a good level.
Well, this was a lot of fun. Hopefully we've got a lot more, and you guys, again, have claim to fame. You were the first participants on CU Sports Jeopardy on befstampede.com. A lot of fun, guys. Thanks for joining me on here.
Very nice. Great to see you guys.
Awesome.
Yep.
And
Stay healthy.
Okay.
and thanks to all of you for tuning in.